Hey everyone, this is Snark's Domain, back at it again. Not sure why I'm streaming now, except that I realized it's going to be an all-nighter with packing and then leaving in maybe 5 hours now, so might as well get one more application in. And we're going to redo liquid metal again, just in case there was any contact issues, or not contact, sorry, coverage, which wouldn't surprise me because it's the first time I've ever used liquid metal before, so it would be easy for me to mess it up. I did say earlier I wasn't going to stream tonight, but yeah, we're just going to try and make this a fast one. And we're going to process the data. I'll just show you guys just a second here. Make sure there's nothing. Screen. Okay, that should be okay. I was just gonna. So I'll just show you the start time. So this data we're looking at now is the second application of LMTG 100, and we started the test at 1:30 p.m. today, and it was going for about 7.5 hours here. And yeah, so we just stopped at 9:10 there, and today as well. And I already went through to column JH and JS, which are every once in a while pop up, but I'm going to look into ignoring the there's like a PCH RPM every once in a while, and then every once in a while this says drive availability or something like that. So I already sorted that out. I haven't run the calculator yet. You know what? We're here now. Let's do it. Might as well. Yeah, so we are gonna go Control C, Control A, Control F. And we're gonna put in the word data. 81. Yeah, it used to be 78, and then I added these three values here, which is the min-max average of the CPU intake temperature. I should probably do that on the other one so I don't have to keep doing that, but did anything change? Just looking at it here. Let's see. This time we definitely, I put enough on. I made it sure it had full coverage, and then I put that little dot in the middle, like I sometimes like to do, or I usually do with paste. And I wasn't sure, the first time I applied it, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that, because I didn't know if it was going to, well, yeah, first time applying something, and it doesn't show in the directions to do that, but I guess it doesn't show that for paste either. That's just my preferred method. But let's take a look at the chart here. I'm just going to paste the values over here, and we're going to see if anything changed at all. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, it did actually, it changed a little bit. The T delta. Okay, so clearly that first test I didn't quite the full coverage. Now, it's still behind. It's definitely still behind Thermal Grizzly, but the gap is fairly small, so that's... Oh, sorry, I gotta go escape for a second. Hotspot delta. I just want to make sure I grab the right piece of data. That's what happens when you're working on Excel, thinking and talking at the same time. Well, you should always be thinking, but... Okay, something's wonky there. Oh. Yeah. I selected the ambient temperature. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now it was warmer, which makes sense. Our house kind of heated up today a little bit. We had to open the doors and windows. So the temperature was higher, so it burned more watts. At least that's how I interpret that. And we could... I'll probably like, when I have more time, I'm going to process all this data a bit more. Sorry for hovering over something there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to... What should really do is... copy this. Nope, we're going to do this one. I don't know. I don't know if I want to delete this or the first run. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go like this for now. And I'll make sure that's still tracking. Yeah, I'm not going to delete anything yet. I don't know how I want to deal with them second tests yet. So, second test. Yeah, that's fine for now. I'll clean this up later. Yeah, so it's going to be... I mean, it's a pretty good improvement. Now, I think we might even get an improvement on liquid metal as well. Should be interesting to see. I guess we're going to find out. I'm just going to hit save, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. It probably makes sense to, at least on this, on the live chart, the most up-to-date, to delete the duplicate stuff. But I'll still leave the chart that we have in the archive, or basically, if I update it with this data, I'll be making sure I leave the archive one. That way we can still have a record of what the values were for the first test. And I'll probably make a note in the right-hand column saying that, hey, this is the second test. And then if anyone wants to go back, they can look at the applications and decide for themselves what they think. But so we're opening the card up here. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So let me just sorry, I didn't have the close-up cam prepped and ready. And we're gonna get that here. Okay, so you guys can see on all four sides, we go like that. We've got excess. I think that's good. That means we definitely had full coverage. And wow, I'm actually really happy. Well, again, this camera doesn't really show. Maybe there. Oh, it's got, like, I can tell it's got a good spread and like basically direct contact. I'm going to take pictures of this with the camera because it takes well, good photos. Yeah, cool. All right. We've got a good application of LMTG. That makes me confident in the results more, for sure. We're going to be retesting all this stuff on the CPU as well. And that cooler, being a Noctua NH-U12S, has a much higher mounting pressure. So, and I would call the mounting pressure for this GPU quite weak in comparison. So it'll be interesting to see how, if the results are different at all. Oh, did I just spill some stuff on the mat? Oh no, and I'm all out of, I'm almost all out of isopropyl. So I don't even have, I don't have time to go to the store to buy more. That's okay. I just won't set anything down on that patch for a while. So as I'm cleaning it up, I can see little liquid metallic stuff. To say if I'm seeing more this time than the first time, it might be the case. So this stuff is supposed to be what they're calling microcapsules. And you see that little... And so you can get it to come out of there if you rub it between fingers, or agitate it between two hard surfaces, or compress it. You're basically, well, how I think of it is, you guys ever eat sushi? Some of you, and you've got those little fish eggs, and yeah, when you pop those, they just sort of, they pop. So you got to pop the microcapsules to get the good stuff on the inside, which is the, that whatever they're using as their liquid metal. I wasn't really expecting that much of a increase in performance, to be honest. Like it improved. So previously, on the LMTG100, our core T delta was 37.9, and now it's 36.4. So that's 1.5 degrees. Like, I was thinking it was going to maybe shave off like a half degree, and I was just going to be like, okay, well, it's you know, probably better than lots of paste, but not quite liquid metal level. And now it's within 0.6 of a degree Celsius. Now we're going to redo liquid metal, of course, and it might improve too. So we shall see. I wouldn't be surprised. Applying something a second time, you usually do a better job. So I think we'll get a good application, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I'm just looking at some of the specs on the chart. Like the hotspot. The hotspot go down? It did. It went down. So that's good. And the VRAM T delta, it went down a little bit. Not much. Just a little. Well, that would make sense because we were running hotter with the ambient temperature, so it was still burning, well, burning more watts, really. Who knows, maybe I'll test both of these a third time, and maybe I'll put the test bench upstairs in a room all by itself instead of in the basement, and see if we can just get like a really consistent and lower ambient and see how they perform there. Because I'm assuming most of you guys either live someplace cooler or cool enough, or potentially have air conditioning. Obviously not everyone, but there are certainly countries in the world where you kind of need air conditioning. Saudi Arabia is one of them. You know, when it's like plus 50, plus 55 Celsius outside. at night it goes down to like plus 38, which is still pretty warm. So have fun trying to sleep in that when you grew up in Canada, where it's, you know, pretty cold in the wintertime. All right, let's reshape TGPP10. All right, let's get some Conductonaut going here. Shape everything we need to. Yeah. So I don't know if you're supposed to reuse Conductonaut Q-tips or not. So I'm not going to. But I did I basically cut off the one Q-tip head. So we'll use the other side this time. And that leaves me 4 in this one still. I can't remember, I think I might have bought extra, but I can't quite remember for sure. I feel like I did. I feel like that's a thing. Okay. Got that ready. So I'll put that to the side just in case I need more. Anticipate needing more, but these are cool Q-tips. I don't know what's really, if it's like a different material, but it's cool. I like it for some reason. I guess I'll do a close-up here. Here. That definitely looks cool when you apply it. Liquid metal. I like the way Gerbauer says it. The accent. Sounds cool. Yeah. Make sure we get enough. I'm not entirely sure that I didn't have full coverage last time, but I just don't want to take the chance of there having been any missed coverage. It's obviously a good product. And there is an improved version, so I'm definitely going to have to buy some of that as well. I think it's called like Conductonaut Extreme or Ultra or something. It just came out within the last, well, I feel like that was the last 8 months or so here. I don't know if anyone's actually here or not. I'm just going to double check. Stream. It's like one person watch, 2 people. Yeah, okay. So I'll just close up that. I don't know if the stream is working. Sometimes the stream will like not show any messages and then all of a sudden it'll pop up and like 10 or 11 messages go through. Yeah, I might actually need more. We'll see. Maybe not. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger too, just to make sure we don't miss any spots here. I feel like I've got lots on the core though. Like it's wet. This all has a good metallic coating. I think if I get it to, I don't know, my theory is if I pull it up in the middle, as it compresses, the two middles will make contact. It'll be a nice, like, spreading wave, and hopefully work good. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Does this look like a half decent liquid metal application? Hopefully it's good. Okay, we're gonna call it good. We can always retest it again if it's not good. So I don't know if the people that are watching now, if they were here for the start or not, but I'll reassemble the card, and then we'll take a quick peek at the chart and the results that we got from the second test of LMTG, because the gap did close a little bit. We still have liquid metal up on top, but it's a little bit closer to race than it was before. Just getting them at the same level. And then we'll do this star pattern. What time is it now? We've got 10 p.m. my time. I got to hit the road around 2 or 3. So, did I do that right? This one. So what I'll do is I'll get the test up and running, and then I'll make sure I at least run it for at minimum 6 hours, and then wherever I'm on the road I can log in remotely with a laptop, which I should probably, yeah, I should bring a laptop. Take a snapshot of the, or a screenshot of the test before I stop it, and then I'll shut the computer down. No point in running it for 5 days. I don't think that's going to give us any more useful information. 6 hours should be enough, at least for liquid metal. When we get to testing the phase change stuff, I'll probably... I haven't decided what I'm going to do there. We're going to probably do an initial test of 6 hours as well. We'll just call that our standard direct contact thermal interface material test length. That sounds like a long name. And then with the phase change ones, they obviously improve over time. So maybe what I'll do is I'll test one for 6 hours. We'll use the computer, test a few other things, or maybe I'll go to like testing the CPU with stuff, and then leaving the GPU to run with the phase change for hopefully a week each one. Then see if there's any improvement. Run it for another 6 hours at the end of the week. Go from there. I'll have to make sure it's actually getting used for tests though. Okay, that's the card back together. Let's take a look at the data here. So, let's see, screen capture. Okay, so we've got, this is the Firmark test 2, so this is the second test for the LMTG100. I didn't have perfect coverage on the first application, unfortunately. There was like a corner missing, which made me feel like there wasn't perfect coverage everywhere. But either way, it improved it a little bit. We've got a GPU core delta temp of 36.44, which I put all this data into this sheet. The second test in there, and then I pasted those values into the chart here. I'll have to put a B there. So yeah, I've decided, yeah, with this being full coverage and there was an improvement, I'm going to delete this line. We still have a record of this test in the archive, so that'll always be there to reference back to. And I still have the Excel data here. I could always recreate this and put this in later if I needed to. But we're going to put this. I feel better with inserting it rather than pasting it for some reason. Yeah. So, excuse me, sorry. It's still just slightly behind the liquid metal. The watts went up because the house is warmer, or was this afternoon. See, I should really test it and find out if increase and decrease in ambient temperature, while I'm accounting for the actual ambient temperature in this column here, what I should check is if we get it really hot, like 30 degrees ambient versus like 22 degrees Celsius, with the same application, if that changes the temperature delta based on a higher wattage due to less efficiency of electrons moving through it. So there's a possibility there. Realistically, what I'll end up doing, because the race is fairly close between these two now, is I'll retest them both again a third time when I find time, and I'll have it in a room upstairs in my house where the temperature doesn't fluctuate and doesn't heat up as much, and hopefully we can get an ambient, like, yeah, within half a degree or something. But either way, this stuff's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Unless anyone has any questions or comments or anything they want to see, I'll post this, and then I'm going to be gone fishing for the next, let's see, 5 days or so. So hopefully you guys have a good weekend, good week, and yeah, that's just about wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by on the stream, and I will catch you guys on the next one.